1,
2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Alright, Yin and Yang by Ashley Benton. Let me ask you, is your life stable? Trying to harmonize your personal objectives, school, and work in our life seems to be an ever-elusive dream. The secret, though, is balance. In Chinese medicine, the most essential way of retaining harmony and health is to maintain the balance between yin and yang. Also, as a side note, it is yin and yang, not yin-yang. A lot of people misunderstand that. Drop the G. Here's the summary of the characteristics of yin and yang. Yin and yang are opposite in nature, and they're also a part of it. They rely on each other. They cannot exist without each other. The balance of yin and yang is very important. If yin is strong, yang will be weaker, and vice versa. Yin and yang can interchange under certain conditions, so they're usually not yin and yang alone. In other words, yin and yang can contain a part of yang and a part of yin. The concept of yin and yang has a long history. There are many records about yin and yang, which can be dated all the way back to the Yin dynasty. Yin and yang symbols is surely to be one of the most recognized symbols in the world. It is equally true in the art of sacred geometry, one's ability to recognize the deeper significance of signs and symbols. Although we have some degree of knowledge with the yin and yang symbol, the most familiar yin and yang symbol is the Tai Chi symbol, which is from I Ching. I Ching is the greatest foundation of the Chinese philosophy and is developed from the natural phenomenon of our universe. The image consists of a circle divided into two teardrop-shaped halves, one white and the other one black. Within each half is a smaller circle of the opposite color. The curves and circles of the yin-yang symbol imply a kaleidoscope-like movement. This implied movement represents the ways in which the yin and yang are mutually arising, interdependent, and continuously transforming from one to another. For example, night becomes day becomes night, death becomes birth, birth becomes death, friends become enemies, and enemies become friends. Balance holds the key for a relative peaceful world. According to the book of Taoism, The Way of Mystic by J.C. Cooper, yet another variation of the yin-yang symbol called the Lei Yin-yang, the central circle represents Wu Qi, nothingness and void from which Tai Chi emerges and returns. Their version of the diagram also emphasizes the spiraling nature of energy. Another fairly rare version of the yin-yang is the centric circles divided in half and alternating from black and white of each side. Yin and yang is not just representative of the Chinese culture, it has also been used in Japanese and Korean cultures. The Korean flag is called the Taegyuki. The meaning of the Korean national flag is very philosophical. The origin comes from an old Oriental philosophy and the theory of yum-yang in Chinese pronunciation, yin-yang. The upper half circle red means yang and the lower circle blue means yang. They stand for the state of harmony. Also, among other states is the principle of the other objects inside the flag, the four basic ways used in the Korean flag. Those are the kan meanings of heaven, yi means fire, kam meaning water, and kan meaning earth, each of them symbolizing a different state of movement. The white back also stands for peace and purity. To conclude, the symbols yin, yang, yan, kai, kam, and kon also express the principles of all objects in the universe and the universe itself. In Japan, the dual qualities of yin and yang are known as yin and yo. Indio, meaning the way of yin and yang, is a Japanese feng shui. And the yo symbol has a large circle that represents the universe. I would like to add a very interesting tidbit. I'm not sure if any of y'all have ever seen Millionaire Matchmaker, but the couple's son, they named him Sin Halo. And the mother, Rachel, admitted to the magazine for choosing his unusual name by saying, "It's the yin and yang, everybody has a little bit of good and bad in them." Yin and yang have not only influenced parents in naming their children, but also led to an influence on food. It is believed in Chinese medicine, in order to receive health and body harmony, you must balance your intake of cool, bland foods of yin energy with hot, spicy foods of yang energy. Generally speaking, to maintain balance in your own life, your diet is a very important factor of living. Your diet must include neutral foods such as plain rice, in combination with yin and yang foods. One must keep in mind with a yin and yang diet that has to be tailored to each individual body. Either whenever yin or yang becomes an excess of each other, you tend to become overweight. Another hand is the deficiency of yin and yang, which leads to being underweight. People with an excess of yin tend to have a shortness of breath, move slower, are heavy sleepers, and retain a lot of fluid. Those with a less amount of yang tend to sweat excessively, feel hot, or hyperactive, tend to overeat, and drink excessively. These people should eat more yin foods than yang foods. In closing, I have examined the idea basis of yin and yang to you. Yin and yang, an Asian culture tradition, holds a balance in one's life, including anywhere from the atmosphere you live in to anywhere from dieting. Always remember the secret is balance. There you go. And the speech count off.
1,
2, 3, 4, 5, 6.